Welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. The day after we were at Epcot, we had a day where we were still going to be staying, and I wanted to go to this restaurant called Sanaa. It's the Art of African Cooking with Indian Flavors. It is at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. So we checked out of our hotel, and then we took the buses over to this restaurant where I had a reservation. Of course, we spent some time outside first, and then we were eating inside. But it was an amazing experience, and I'll share a little bit later what we did the rest of that day when we weren't in the hotel and how we played it out. But this is interesting spread. No extra stuff. I just got this African paper, and it's the way I've cut some of these photos that makes it interesting. So you can see here I've got a picture of my son cutting out, of course, someone else. And by shortening those pictures, it made some space to put these things in here. So here's some, I think these are African secretary birds, and then some of the lamps hanging in the lodge. So just straight pictures on this cool background, and that's what I'm going to do. I want people to look in a little more carefully at the photos. This is, of course, I think they called it like a non-tasting board. I mean, we got all kinds of different flavors and got to pick our favorites, which was kind of nice because each of us had different favorites, so we got to eat a little bit more of what we liked the most. This is a picture, I think, of part of the menu. Again, a lot of times I'll ask for a menu, but these were like super fancy menus, and I doubted they were going to give me one. I'm not even sure I could have used it because it was so thick anyway. So I took a picture of it, and then use the photo to help set the tone of what's happening. I just thought this was really cool. This Mickey feature. It was I think it was a parking sign outside of the hotel or something. I just thought it was cool. And then again here, using this photo from the menu to be the title piece. So pretty simple, just photos of us, the restaurant, the food, my son, looking out the window. There were wild animals out here. Just incredible experience. This one I'm going to need to be a little more careful with because I've got these little small photo bites, and I think sometimes people forget, oh, you can cut a photo and make it smaller and still use it. And I often do that too. I'm like, 4x6, 4x6, let's get all the 4x6s in. And certainly you can cut photos down and help to focus the photo, and also maybe get a few more on your spread that way. So this photo here that I'm about to put up, if you look carefully, you may not be able to see it, but there's a giraffe right there, and so we just thought that would be a fun photo. Of course, we were there at Thanksgiving time. They had just finished putting up this Christmas tree, and I had to get a picture of it. Just absolutely amazing to watch the work that they're doing here. Again, so here's my tiny little photo. It was a 4x6, got cut down just to this little 1.5 inch cube, but it shows what I wanted it to show. It shows the birds. Here's my son when we first got there, looking out the window, being amazed. So that's kind of a fun photo. And I'm gonna make sure I get these on here right. And yeah, that's gonna work. So again, these side photos draw the eye in because they're small. You have to say, what was Brandon doing there? What was he looking at? And it pulls your eye in, and then you're really forced to look at it a little more carefully. So there we go. African or Animal Kingdom Lodge, the Sanaa African and Indian restaurant, which if you love those flavors, great place to go. Hope you've enjoyed watching this one. I've had a great time putting it together, and love to see your projects. Thanks for joining us. Take care.